Straw Gator earlier, and we're going to deliver it here cold. So it's a strawberry Doppelbock. So Andy Gator is a Doppelbock that's 8% alcohol, and then Abita Strawberry comes out seasonally, right? So, but this one they're going to start keeping out year round.
Are they?
Yeah.
Good.
So this one you should be able to get year round. Hopefully we should always have it, but you never know. Sometimes there's some issues with distribution.
Now, he's also going to explain the
And demonstrate. We will look for our video on our YouTube page, and it'll go up on our Facebook page. We're going to show you how to properly pour a beer from a bottle, and perhaps later, depending on how much we have to drink, possibly have you show how to pour one from a tap.
Absolutely.
Okay.
For sure. So with the bottle, what you think about is you always want to like tip it, pour it slow. You don't want all that foam at the top, right? That's completely wrong. That's completely wrong. All right, so you want a lot of foam. So what foam does is actually locks in the flavor of a beer. So if you realize all flat beer has no foam, right? That's for a reason. All right, so the more foam you have, it don't need to be overcarbonated, but you can have a good sized head here. And what that's going to do is lock in the flavor. It's going to kind of dissipate, and whenever the foam sticks to the glass, that means it's actually a really good made beer. People judge beers off if the foam sticks to the glass.
Right.
So we're going to kind of
What do they call that? Lacing?
Mm-hmm, it is. So we'll kind of just dump it here. You want to let it breathe, because right there is just letting out all of that CO2 that's in the bottle.
That is completely backwards from the way somebody told me how to pour a beer.
And then you get the bubble too. I mean, that's not always going to be there, but it is cool. So when you see beers like this, it doesn't take long for this to kind of shrink down, and it's got a smaller head, and then it's ready to drink. I mean, it's ready to drink right now. But what this is doing is releasing the carbonation in the beer. When it releases in the glass, that means it's not going to release it on the insides. So whenever you drink beer and you get overcarbonated, you feel full and you burp, that's why.
So it's kind of making it drink more like a light beer.
It is. Okay. Well, and also think about like wine. When you aerate wine and you pour it in those bottles and you let the air hit it and air. Same thing with beer. That's why you're supposed to really drink beer out of a glass, because what it does, it lets the air out the bottle. Okay. So whenever you open a beer and you first drink it, it's all foam in your mouth. That's for a reason. Like, it's not really what you want.
So it's releasing the flavor as well.
Absolutely.
And
it's letting it all breathe.
Another thing that most people don't know is that ice cold is not the best way to drink every beer.
Nah, so the colder it is, the less flavorful it's going to be. So whenever you're looking at Coors Light and they want the mountains to be blue, that's because their beer is made to be drank with less flavor, honestly. Because it's supposed to be really smooth.
It has no flavor.
Water-like, drink quick, poundable, that's what I call it.
It's an honest to God session beer.
It is. There we go.